Hello and welcome to the 2022 paper, the sentence structures, Sinstrukture, question 8. Okay, the more you do of this, the better. Please remember that my books are in Takealot. If you can, please promote that on your WhatsApp status for me. That will help me enormously. Just check in the link of the video and just copy and paste that thing and forward it to your mates or to your teacher or to anybody that would find it beneficial. That'll really make a big difference for me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let's get into it. The first one, okay, so there's a picture here of a classroom setup. Probably 5 or 6 year olds here in a classroom, right, with a teacher. Very simple. Die pen is rooi, die onderwyser skryf met die pen. So what do they want? Okay, so they've repeated die pen and die pen. So your mind needs to jump to betreklike voornaamwoorde, relative pronouns. Look here, they start with die pen, the same as in that sentence there. And then they put in a relative pronoun, waarmee. In the past you had to work that out yourself. Now they give it to you. So just a few things then. So you're going to notice that most of the time there'll be a little piece of sentence left there. Okay. The pen, and then they put in the thing there, the pronoun. Then that little piece you're going to leave for the end. Okay. You're going to take out the pen in the second sentence. The met is now incorporated into waarmee. Right. So you take that out as well. Then you must just make sure that this verb in this sentence is in fact at the end of the sentence, which it is. So that's great. Now what do we have left in the second sentence? Die onderwyser skryf, and then that piece of sentence that was left is rooi. Done. Okay. Die seun sê, ek moet met die onderwyser praat. Okay, so this is directe and indirecte rede. So we need to put in the word dat because we're reporting what he's saying. The boy says that, and we put in dat. Dat is a group 3 conjunction, so we know that this moet cannot be anywhere near it. It's got to move. How far can it move? It can only move there. It's not going to move over the top of praat. That's impossible. Okay. Helping verbs can't jump over another verb in any rule. Okay. So now the hardest part is actually to get the preposition correct. Okay. So, not the preposition, the pronoun, sorry. Ek. So the boy says that he. Okay. What's he in Afrikaans? Hy. Dat hy met die onderwyser moet praat. Done. Okay. Number 3. Die meisie hou haar hand in die lug om iets vir die onderwyser te vra. Okay, so standard sentence, present tense, right? Okay. What I do notice here is that there's a very long infinitive. Don't let that confuse you at all. Just let it park off there at the end because that's not going to influence anything. So die meisie hou haar hand in die lug, and they start, so the girl keeps her hand in the air and they start you with haar hand, which is the object. Okay, so if they start with object, they are testing leidende vorm. Got it. Well done. Haar hand. Okay, so now you follow your formulas, which you've learned from leidende vorm section in the book. Okay. Haar hand word deur die meisie, then the place in die lug, and then your verb plus a ge, gehou, and then your infinitive, om iets vir die onderwyser te vra. That's just going to go in there, your I of Stompie is just going to go in there. Okay, no changes there. So that's a pretty straightforward leidende vorm one, except for that long infinitive there. Okay. Alright, die onderwyser het professionele klere aangetrek. Okay, so it looks like a past tense sentence. Yes, there's a het. Yes, there's a ge, yeah. Okay, so it's one of those verbs that join up with a ge in the middle. It's a preposition plus a verb, and then the ge goes in the middle, remember? You would have seen that before. So now we're just going back to present tense. So what is the verb that they used there? Trek. Okay, so vandag trek die onderwyser professionele klere aan. Full stop. Happy. Cool. Die onderwyser draai sy kop want hy kyk na die meisie. Okay. Die onderwyser draai sy kop om. Okay, so what they're doing here is they are asking you to not use the conjunction, but to use the te structure. Okay, so I've put out some steps in the purple book on how to do this. Okay, because it can be tricky. Okay, so first of all, the want goes away. The second step is you want to take the pronoun out in that second sentence, and then you need to put in a verb. Put in a te before the verb at the end. So that verb needs to be at the end, and there needs to be a te that comes in there. Om na die meisie te kyk. So you've just got to kind of learn that process, okay? Those little steps that I just whooped through there. Then you'll get it right every time. It's a formula that works every single time. Okay, 8.6. Die meisie gaan voor in die klas staan. Sy wil met die onderwyser praat. Okay, so they give you two sentences here, and they're asking you to start with nadat, which is a conjunction. Okay, so group 3 conjunction, but it doesn't matter really. Yes, yeah, nadat is one of those, it's the only one that then forces the sentences into the past tense as well. So if you used omdat, your tense would remain the same, or any other group 3 conjunction, your tense would stay in the present tense. But if you use nadat, it forces the sentence after. It's after, so after forces the sentence into the past tense. Okay. Whew. And then remember, you have to follow your pattern with your two verb ones in the middle. Okay, that's your pattern. All right. So anyway, let's try it. So die meisie gaan voor in die klas staan. So die meisie het voor in die klas gaan staan. Okay. So nadat die meisie voor in die klas gaan staan het, the het will be now at the end because of that pattern, hey? This is really a difficult one, okay? But it's doable. And then the verb in that sentence will go to the beginning and it will change to wou. Wou sy met die onderwyser praat. Ja, that looks right. Nadat die meisie voor in die klas gaan staan het, wou sy met die onderwyser praat. Okay. If you struggle with that, you need to go through that section in the book. Okay. Die seun vergeet van sy skoolwerk wanneer hy sy vriende sien. The boy forgets about his schoolwork when he sees his friends. Vroeger. So earlier in the day, so it's past tense, eh? And now be careful here. There's a wanneer. Okay, so that's a conjunction. So they're asking that dawn rule, eh? So dan, as, wanneer, and no, that changes to in the past tense. So first you want to change this part of the sentence to the past tense, then that part. Vroeger het die seun van sy skoolwerk vergeet. We don't say ge vergeet. Begeer ontfer miswords, don't get a ge. Vergeet. Toe hy sy vriende gesien het. You can also leave that second part in the present tense. Okay. Toe hy sy vriende sien. But just for safety, I think change it both. Toe hy sy vriende gesien het. Why is the het at the end? Because 2 is a group 3 conjunction. So het can't be anywhere near it. Okay, so yeah, so 8.6, 8.7, 2 properly difficult ones. They won't get harder than that. Okay, so if you could do them, well done. If you couldn't, just try a few more. Get the book and let it and go through it. Okay, het jy al ooit so goeie onderwyser gehad? Nee, so it's negative. And then we're always looking for these words that change. And then you want to change your pronouns. Have you ever had a good teacher like this? No, I. What's I in Afrikaans? Ek. Het. And then your words that change. Al ooit changes to nog nooit. You're right. So, goeie, oopsie, onderwyser gehad nie. So be careful not to forget that last nie. 8.9. Die onderwyser het baie boeke in sy skooltas. Volgende week. Okay, next week. Okay, het. That's the het that means have or has. So that will change to what in the future tense? He, hey? Volgende week sal die onderwyser baie boeke in sy skooltas hê. Here with a copy. Sorry, Mark. I've got a stupid little keyboard here that doesn't want to take the copy on the E. I'll have to find it and insert it. Anyway, that's that. Eh? That's an easy one. Remember, het becomes gehad in the past tense, and het becomes he in the future tense when it's have or has. Okay. Cool. Die seun steek sy hand op om 'n vraag te vra. Last time. So past tense. Last keer het die seun sy hand, and it becomes one thing, opgesteek. Careful, it becomes one word. And then the infinitive, which you just leave alone at the end. Don't fiddle with it. Vraag te vra. Yeah, just be careful not to get confused with the infinitive. Just bracket it and leave it at the end. Cool. Die onderwyser is gou deur die seun in die klas gestop. Okay, that's strange. Okay, die seun is. Okay, so here we see is deur. So is deur, and we would expect a verb with a ge on. Yes, there it is. So that sentence is in the leidende form. You need to be able to spot that. Okay, if you don't spot that, you're going to mess this up badly. So you're going back to normal Stompie. Okay, but is there is the indicator or the formula for the past tense. Okay, so die seun het is die seun is gou deur die onderwyser is gou deur die seun in die klas gestop. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense at all. Sorry, I'm being thick. I'm right. Sorry, I had a brain moment there. These things can be confusing, can't they? Okay, teachers also get confused. Die seun het gou, so it's normal past tense. Die seun het gou die onderwyser in die klas gestop. Okay, so then you can test it and then take it back to Ladner form to see if you come up with the same sentence there. Okay, sorry about that. All right, and then 8.12, last one. Die onderwyser het baie gewerk aangesien dit amper die einde van die termyn is. Okay, long sentence, it's past tense. No, sorry, it's not past tense. The teacher has a lot of work. Seeing that, so there's a conjunction that you just have to take a note of. Aangesien dit amper die einde van die termyn is. The teacher has a lot of work, seeing that it's the end of the term. So they're changing aangesien with this. Okay, so you can see that aangesien is a group 3 conjunction. Why? Because the is at the end. So now they're changing from a group 3 conjunction to a group 2 conjunction. So the is just going to come back and sit there. This is dit amper. Is amper die einde van die termyn. Cool stuff. Thank you so much. That's another paper done. I'm also going to go through summaries, so just look for those YouTube videos where I go through summaries and also the visual texts and other aspects of paper 1 just to help you and to gain confidence. Please share these videos and then also just let people know that the books are on Takealot. Really appreciate it. See you for the next video.